Four people are hungry on the same night, the same basic need, the same empty stomach, the same craving for a good meal. And all four of them will eat tonight. But the experience of that meal, how long it takes, who serves it, how it feels, and what it quietly does to them, will be four completely different worlds. Because here is the secret that the entire restaurant industry is built on. A restaurant is almost never really selling you food. The ingredients on your plate, even at the most expensive places on earth, cost a small fraction of what you pay. What you are actually buying changes completely as you climb the ladder of wealth. At the bottom, you are buying speed. At the top, you are buying time, attention, and the right to have everyone else removed from your evening. The food is just the excuse. Today, we are walking up that ladder, one level at a time, to show you exactly how a restaurant treats you at each step. And stay until the final level, because that is where the restaurant stops being a place you go to at all. Level 1, the fast food customer. You are hungry, you are on a tight budget, and you have maybe 15 minutes. So you walk into a fast food place, or you pull up to a drive-thru, and you order from a glowing menu board built by people who studied exactly how your eyes move across it. You grab the value meal because the math of it is designed to feel like a deal, and a voice asks if you want to make it large for just a little more. That little upsell, by the way, is where a huge slice of the profit hides, because the drink and the fries cost them almost nothing, and they know that once you are already buying, you will say yes. Your food arrives in under 3 minutes, slid across a counter on a plastic tray or shoved through a window in a paper bag. You eat fast, maybe standing up, maybe in your car in the parking lot, under harsh white light, surrounded by the noise of 100 other people being fed at the same speed. And here is what is actually happening to you. This entire building is engineered for one thing: throughput. The goal is to move as many human beings through as fast as humanly possible, because at this level, the money is made on volume. The faster they turn you over, the more people they serve, the more they earn. You are not a guest here. You are a transaction to be completed quickly. The lighting is bright on purpose. The seats are hard on purpose. Everything is built so you do not linger, because lingering is lost money. At the lowest level, the restaurant is not selling you an experience. It is processing you. You pay almost nothing in dollars, and in exchange, you are treated like a number on an assembly line. Level 2, the casual diner. Let us restart the meal. This time you are comfortable. Not wealthy, but you can afford to sit down and be waited on, so you go to a casual sit-down restaurant, the kind with a familiar menu and a parking lot full of families. There might be a short wait, so they hand you a little buzzer and you stand near the door until it lights up. Then a host walks you to a table, and for the first time, someone is actually serving you. A server appears, tells you their name, recites the specials, and asks if you want to start with an appetizer or a drink. And right there is the heart of how this level makes its money, because the restaurant does not really profit much on your main dish. The real margin, the part they train every server to push, is in the drinks and the appetizers and the dessert. A soft drink that costs them a few cents is sold to you for several dollars. That is why you are always, gently, being asked if you want one more round, or if you saved room for dessert. You get a comfortable chair, a clean table, and a person whose job is to take care of you. But notice the quiet clock running underneath the whole thing. That table you are sitting at is the product now, and the restaurant needs to turn it over, ideally getting you in, fed, and back out the door within about an hour, so they can seat the next family waiting by the door with their own little buzzer. At this level, your money buys you a seat and someone to bring you your food, but you are still on their schedule, still being politely turned over to make room for the next person. Level 3, the fine dining guest. Let us run it back, but this time you are genuinely wealthy, and tonight you are going somewhere serious. You could not just walk in, you needed a reservation, booked in advance, because tables here are limited on purpose. You step inside and the entire atmosphere changes. The lighting is low and warm, instead of bright and hard. The noise disappears into soft conversation. There is a white tablecloth, and there are more pieces of silverware than you will use. Your server does not recite a script. They know the menu deeply, they know where the ingredients come from, they guide you, and they pour your wine and then step back and disappear until the exact moment you need them. The meal is not 3 minutes, and it is not 1 hour. It unfolds slowly across several courses, over 2 hours or more, and nobody at any point makes you feel rushed. And here is the fascinating part. The moment the entire economic model flips upside down. At level 1, the restaurant made its money by turning you over as fast as possible. Here, they make their money by doing the exact opposite. They will only seat this table once, maybe twice, in an entire night, and they charge a steep premium for that. The small, beautiful portions are not them being stingy. They are selling you pacing, an atmosphere, and the feeling of being unhurried. You are paying for a level of attention that would be impossible downstairs, where one server covers many tables. Here, the staff almost outnumber the guests. At this level, you stop being processed and you start being hosted. What your money bought was not better food, it was time and attention, the precise opposite of what the fast food customer received. Level 4, the private table. Let us run it back one final time. Now you have a real fortune, and at this level, you often do not go to a restaurant at all because the restaurant comes to you. Maybe you hire a private chef who arrives at your home with the ingredients already chosen and cooks a meal designed entirely around your taste in your own kitchen with no other guests, no waiting, and no bill that means anything to you. Or maybe you go to a place that has no sign on the door and does not appear on any reservation app, a private room that exists for a single party at a time, where the kitchen, for tonight, effectively belongs to you. There is no menu to choose from because the menu is built for you. There is no clock because no one is waiting for your table. Think carefully about what you are actually buying here because it is no longer food and it is not even a table. You are buying exclusivity itself. You are paying for the removal of every other human being from the experience and for an entire team of trained professionals whose only focus tonight is you. This is the exact same thing the private jet buys at the airport and the private guide buys at the theme park. It is not a fancier version of the normal meal. It is the total ownership of the experience and of your own time, with everyone else simply edited out of the room. So step back now and look at all 4 meals at once. The same hunger, the same need, 4 completely different nights. And here is the truth hiding under every single one of them. The food was never really the product. What you climb this ladder to buy is not better flavor, because honestly, the gap in flavor is far smaller than the gap in price. What you are buying, dollar by dollar, is time and attention, and the slow removal of everyone else. At the bottom, the restaurant processes you as fast as it can, because your time is worth nothing to them, and the profit is in the speed. In the middle, it rents you a chair and a server, but keeps one eye on the clock because it needs your seat back. At the top, it stops the clock entirely, surrounds you with people, and finally, it makes the rest of the world disappear. Same plate of food, at the center of all 4, completely opposite treatment around it. And once you understand this, you cannot unsee it, because the price of a meal was never really about the meal. It was about how much of another person's time and attention you were quietly renting for the evening. So here is my question for you. Which level do you eat at most? Be honest in the comments. And if you want to watch this same invisible ladder shape where you sleep when you travel, watch how hotels treat you at every level of wealth next. Because once you can see the ladder, you start seeing it absolutely everywhere. So keep looking.